Hey, kiddo, Christmas is coming up soon. What do you want?
I want a Wii, a race car, train tables, and also everything in this magazine.
What do you think, I'm made of money? Huh? Hey, Birdie, Christmas is coming up. What do you want? Shit, I don't know, man. I mean, I gotta get you something. Just surprise me. Christmas, the holiday season. Christmas is coming up, so I had to cook up a holiday video. Since Christmas has changed a lot as we grew up, I figured we would celebrate the holidays together as a unit, as the Bird Gang, by looking at Christmas then versus now. And now it makes sense to go chronological order. Now, of course, the first thing you gotta do when Christmas is coming up is make a list. Back in my JIT days, I would have an entire laundry list written down. Like, I didn't even know how much I wanted. I wanted fucking everything in the toy store, bro. I was the most fucking spoiled brat on the planet, bro. I was really out here expecting my parents to get everything on my list. And there was always that #1 gift that if I didn't get on Christmas, I would just break down and start crying. One year was the Nintendo Wii. If they did not get that shit, I was gonna start throwing a hissy fit, punching the air and shit, and just mauling to a new level. And now that I'm a lot older, I don't even know what I want anymore. Half the time, I really gotta sit there and think about it. Like, I either just tell my parents to buy me clothes now, or I just say surprise, because I don't even know what to ask for, and I just feel bad having them get me stuff. I get that's the whole point of Christmas, but once I realized the value of money, my third eye opened up. And that kind of happened for me as soon as I got my first job and I had my own money. I realized the grind set and the time and efficiency that needed to be put in if you wanted to make some bread. Now, after the list comes with the Christmas hype. When I was a kid, I was ecstatic. I was counting down the days. I was using the Santa tracker online. My parents got me an elf on the shelf, and I wanted to set the tree up as soon as Thanksgiving was over. And man, tell me now, watching Christmas movies with your family was a different time, man. That shit is hella nostalgic looking back. I would have Christmas music on repeat, bro. I would make sure my parents always have Christmas music on in the car. I mean, granted, yeah, it's pretty easy to get sick of, especially more towards the end of the month, but I never got sick of it. I loved Christmas music. And right now, honestly, not much has changed. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But me, my favorite part about Christmas is for sure gotta be the winter atmosphere. So to celebrate, I'm releasing my first limited edition Bird Gang made plushie. This is the Winter Wonderland plushie. These plushies are super limited. There's only 100 of them being made. And just look at him. He's cold. He needs a home. Now these plushies are on pre-order and they will be there within 2 months time. So how about you surprise your future self and go to birdgang.shop. And in 2 months, I will be there with you in spirit. I love Christmas. It's definitely my favorite holiday. Now, obviously, I'm not using a fucking Santa tracker and I don't have an elf on a shelf. I'm way too old, bro. That would be embarrassing. I still decorate early. I still listen to Christmas music, and you damn well know that I'm watching Christmas movies. Dude, I always be getting myself a nice cup of hot chocolate, sitting by the tree, sitting by the fireplace, just watching a Christmas movie. That shit is immaculate still to this day. But eventually, Christmas gets close, and the holiday break was upon us. And of course, man, back then, we went hard in the paint to celebrate, bro. Kids' moms were baking Christmas cookies and shit. The teachers were putting on Polar Express. Some teachers had Christmas decorations in the classroom. That is the type of thing to bring a man to tears, bro. That shit is so nostalgic. And hell, bro, even sometimes we would make ornaments and cut out paper snowflakes while we were sitting there and drinking hot chocolate. That is the type of shit to bring anybody to tears, bro. Tell me not. But now, for me, it's just exams. Yeah, that's pretty fucking sad. That's depressing as hell, but it is what it is. For me in school right now, bro, we on some drill sergeant shit. Like, it's crunch time, bro. I gotta get all my shit done for finals, get my last assignments done, and at last, man, I finally get a break right after finals. And what a better way to celebrate than with Christmas, man. Soon enough, it was time for Christmas Eve. But now, of course, back then, Christmas Eve had me ecstatic. I was so hyper and full of energy, bro. I was doing goofy-ass dances in the living room. You already know I was peeking at my presents, too. I wanted to see what I got. I would shake every single box, make sure I got that Wii. Then I would go back to being a hyper little shit. But yeah, for me back then, Christmas Eve was truly a hype moment. But for me now, it's just a regular day. I'm probably still gonna be editing on Christmas Eve. There's no way I'm not. I mean, and obviously, yeah, as I grow up, I'm not gonna be fucking hyperventilating at the fact that Christmas is coming. But with all that being said, though, I still really do enjoy the vibe of Christmas Eve, or really just the whole month in general. Now, of course, on Christmas, y'all gotta have family functions. There's no way you don't. And back then, I used to bring a gift with me to open early because I was that hyper about opening my presents. I think my my parents wanted to rip my head off with how much I was talking about it. Like, I literally would not shut up. I always brought the boxes that were shaped like DS games, and I would just open it and play it. Because, I mean, I didn't really know how else to pass the time at these family functions. I had no idea. And, of course, I would see people that were like, oh, I used to change your diapers when you were 2 years old. Like, bro, why do I even need to know that? I would see a bunch of random people I don't even know. And even though I'm grown now, I still do not know them. And now, I mean, honestly, there's not much of a difference. I'm just on my phone instead of my DS. Only difference is now I'm buying my younger cousins gifts, and it's kind of cool to see them like really excited to open them. Like, it's really heartwarming. And of course, then I go home, and back then, I could not sleep, bro. The night before Christmas, it was a rough night to get to sleep, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was like I was off like 5 Adderalls and 3 Monsters. I was so excited sometimes, I would literally pull an all-nighter. Then I would just play my new DS game, and sometimes my parents heard me awake, and I had to do the old DS under the pillow trick. But then little did they know I was up, and I had to wake them up at 5 a.m., bro. 5 a.m. I don't know why I woke them up that early. But now, bro, I'm out cold like any other regular night. I mean, I'm a little excited since it's Christmas, but like, I'm waking up later than my parents now. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But of course, finally, after all that time waiting, it is Christmas morning. Back then, I feel like I would open the window and there was a better chance of snow being on the ground. I feel like it barely ever snows anymore on Christmas. Well, maybe that's just where I live. I don't know. But I've heard that from friends in different areas too. But having a white Christmas just adds to the vibe so much more. When you open the presents, you can go outside and play in the snow. Like, that was a crazy time, bro. Like, I remember I got like a sled for Christmas once, and me and my brother were just straight pushing that bitch outside, bro. Like, we were not stopping. The amount of energy was immeasurable. I was fucking bouncing off the walls and shit. Jesus, I felt like I had enough coke in my system to kill an elephant. But then we went downstairs, and boom, all the gifts just spawned in, and I felt like fucking Scrooge McDuck the way I was swimming in my gifts. And it was heaven for me, because it felt like it was one of the only times of the year I could actually get things. And then I'm already over there stacking all of my gifts as my parents are walking down the stairs, confused as hell. I mean, it's kind of sad to think about, but I guess that's just what happens. But when I finally got my hands on my gifts and I was able to open them, man, it was a time to be alive. I would open my gifts, no misses, like my parents were cooking. I would get a Wii, a goddamn train table, a bunch of Wii games, Hot Wheels cars, and that was it, bro. That just made my year. And then I would open my stocking. There would be even more stuff in there. Candy, gift cards, everything a kid could dream of. And now when I open my stocking, I literally just get shaving cream, dog. I'm not even gonna lie. Or if I'm lucky, I get a new stick of deodorant. And honestly, yeah, that's what I was expecting. And low-key, I do need some new shaving cream. So if you're watching this video, you know what to do. Then I would go to the tree, open gift after gift, and it's closed. And I mean, honestly, I don't know what else I would ask for. And I'm happy they at least got me something. One of my top presents last year was new socks. And I'm still repping those socks, bro. I mean, yeah, it is a pretty big drop off from the new console to socks. But nevertheless, I still appreciate it. And now let's talk giving gifts. Now, when I was a kid, I was a little shit. I didn't buy my parents anything. But of course, as I got older, I got them gifts. And I also got a lot of other people in my family gifts. And honestly, bro, giving just feels way better. Tell me not. For those of you that are older, y'all can probably vouch, bro. Giving is underrated, bro. I'm telling you. And it's just heartwarming seeing people like what you got them. And now, speaking of giving gifts, now I'm a part of a Secret Santa thing in my family. Or at least I hope I am. I hope I don't get left out again. But for those of you that don't know how it works, you get assigned somebody in your family, you get them a gift, then we would all meet at my aunt's house at Christmas Day and we would give it to them. But when I was a kid though, I had another boatload of presents waiting for me at my aunt's house, along with a boatload of cash too. It was crazy, bro. I literally felt like him that day. I felt unstoppable. I would literally get everything I wanted on my list, some way or somehow. Literally everyone in my family would contribute. And looking back, they did not need to do that. But of course, I'm still thankful for that. But then we would all have dinner together. Eats were crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I literally felt like I was gonna roll out of that bitch like Nick Avocado. And if you thought I was done, nah, bro, that's crazy, because we ain't even close yet. Desserts. board games. At this function, we had it all, bro. My aunt would make Christmas cookies, and them Johns went crazy. I don't know if you guys remember the Pillsbury cookies with the little logos on them, but bro, those are insane, bro. And of course, that didn't change at all. I'm still eating the goddamn Christmas cookies. But tell me not, bro. The most depressing part about Christmas is when you go home, and the next day, you gotta take everything down. As a kid, I would literally cry when we had to put the Christmas tree away because I just loved it so much. Pause, not like that, bro. Not like. And of course, I still hate it to this day. Like, it's just such a tedious process, and it's just a depressing day overall. And although Christmas doesn't feel the same anymore, I'm not sad that it's over. I'm glad that it happened. The memories I formed were like none other, bro. I'm glad my parents and my family did everything to make me have a really good experience. And I just look back on those times with so much nostalgia, and that's what makes me love Christmas to this day.